What's going on, guys? Mike, aka Crypto Jewels. I'm going to do a VAI. Not sure if I pronounced this right. Vaiot video update. Guys, I did a VAI video update, or my first video actually, in early March or mid March, and we were kind of at the very tip top of the first impulsive leg up. And we're going to share my screen here real quick. And in that video, I had talked about this box down here. This is a screenshot of the video from March. And what I was anticipating, our price was around, about 10 cents or so. And we were looking for an ABC, three-wave structure to put in our two-wave down into 0.11 to 0.34-ish or so was kind of the, rough target box of what I was originally looking for. Since then, I think I stopped sharing. Let's see, why did I stop sharing? Since then, and guys, first of all, I'm not a financial advisor. I do this for entertainment and educational purposes only, so do not blindly follow anything I say or do. All right, so when we did that video, we were about somewhere around here. And when I talked about an ABC coming down into, this support zone down here, which was from, 3.5 cents all the way down to 0.11, which is right here. I've changed the box. This is just, a fib retracement box here. And we have had, progress with that move coming down. I believe currently from a structure standpoint, we still have room to drop, and I would ultimately at this point like to see a minimum target hit of around 4 cents, 0.39, 0.4. That would certainly satisfy the technicals of a complete Elliott wave WXY structure here. It could go down as low as 3 cents or so. Somewhere around this range, 3 to 4 cents is what I would ultimately be looking for a bottom. Two waves obviously can retrace a lot deeper than that. I mean, this thing technically could go all the way back down to 0.07 and not invalidate any kind of impulse. That would be a super, super, super deep two wave, and I would not be confident at all that this thing is going to end up reversing and put in a three wave, but it is technically possible. But really, the area that I would really like to see hit would be between the 0.5 fib retracement level down to 0.618, which is the golden pocket. So, about 2 to 4 cents is really what I'm looking for. We'll dive into the weeds here in just a second as far as what that count currently looks like and what I'm anticipating it to unfold as. Let's throw my fibs on here because I don't think so. If we assume that we're going to bottom at 0.33 or so, our three wave, let me adjust these just a hair. Let me put that back on for our pivot. Okay, so here's what I would anticipate happening if we do get down to that 0.33. Our three-wave target would take us up to about 26.28. Then you'd have a 4 and then a 5 wave up to about $121. So if we bottom here, three-wave target is 76,000%. I don't think anybody could be upset with that. And our fifth wave target, the absolute ultimate tippity top, which I'm certainly not anticipating it happening, but it is possible structurally from an Elliott wave standpoint, would be a 344,000% gain. Again, I don't think that's going to happen, but it is technically possible. This area here from $2 to $5, that's what I call my pivot point. That would be if this structure ends up being a B, C, and that's where we reverse there, which is a possibility and something to look for if that does happen. So again, really what I anticipate minimum happening at this point is this pivot point, because an Elliott wave, an impulse has to be, not has to be, obviously anything can happen. Markets do what markets do. Elliott wave doesn't tell the market what to do. Elliott wave is just, a predictive technical analysis philosophy based on, structure. So what Elliott wave tells us is that an impulsive structure, a 5-wave up, has to be followed by a 5-wave up. So whether that next 5-wave up is a C wave, or it's a larger degree 3-wave and a 5-wave structure, that's yet to be determined. But I would assume at this point that at minimum, we hit this target. Depending on how deep this drops, at minimum, we do have a C wave up. So, even at that, if we drop down to here, that's still 8 to 13,000%, which I don't think anybody would be upset with. So that's, really my, I guess, if you want to call it minimum expectation, as long as obviously crypto remains, fairly bullish looking, and as long as Bitcoin doesn't make a lower low, or at least invalidate the current structure, its current bullish structure as I view it. So, this chart clearly is dependent on that. This thing's not going to explode up to $121 or $26 if Bitcoin ends up, falling and slipping back into a bear market, which I don't think is going to happen, but of course, anything is possible. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's hop into the weeds just a little bit and kind of see how I've got this thing playing out on a micro structure standpoint. So the way I view this is that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, an impulsive structure off of the low, putting in a 1-wave, and currently working on what I believe is a 3-wave structure as an ABC, and then a WXY, or I'm sorry, an ABC to put in your X. So you got an ABC, an A here. You've got an ABC, an ABC, which actually is a WXY, to put in your X. And then what looks to me possibly like an AB with an extended C wave coming down like that. And then we'll bottom somewhere in this range between 3 to 4 cents roughly. The way this structure is kind of playing out is a little odd, with such a little shallow A wave and then a B and then an extended C. This count certainly can change, and it could morph. This could end up being some sort of a WXY, which the targets would still, if this was a W or an ABC down, and then you had an X and then a Y, another ABC down like that, the targets still really ultimately hit the same area. So regardless of the way I have this currently counted, it's kind of irrelevant. A lot of Elliott wave guys might, get upset with me that I don't really, I'm not as detail oriented. I'm more levels to levels and fib based. When it comes to this kind of stuff, especially this being a micro cap and somewhat of an illiquid asset, it could morph into a bunch of different counts, but ultimately the way this thing is currently shaping up, is that this target down here, regardless of how you count it, is ultimately where I think we're going to end up at. So anywhere from 2.5 to 4 cents or so. So that's the way I'm looking at it now. If you guys follow me on Twitter, or if you guys follow, if you guys are in my premium Discord, then obviously you guys know that I update this daily. So, follow me and you'll get more frequent updates. All right. See y'all later.